surprised we haven't seen any SCVs come out to repair this. Not a whole lot of cost to repair, but if he has to replace them, that is going to be a huge cost, and he needs to do that as quickly as possible. Vulcan morphing a whole lot of banelings, 21 banelings, and I think he wants to hit that force again.
Gofire taking the upper gold expansion here. Looks like he's about to land his command center.
Yeah, this is before Vulcan's actually able to even destroy the rocks for his gold, but he does have his third up, and it is getting very saturated at the moment.
Dangerous point to be when you're playing against the Zerg when they start getting their third and are looking at taking their fourth. You need to head off that expansion quick, because if you let a Zerg have that much gas for free, it's going to be bad in the end game for you.
Yes, it will, and actually I think Vulcan might be having too many guys mining at this gas geyser. I think he has 4. Which is a little bit of a mistake. He could be getting a little bit more minerals with those, but it looks like Gofire is going. He actually does heal those tanks. I'm surprised that Vulcan wasn't able to take those out. And Gofire is setting up a perimeter here, around, trying to avoid the creep as much as possible, but
it is icky.
Yeah, Vulcan was able to creep so far into this game before Gofire decided to get that siege mode.
It looks like a little muta harass coming in. Maybe we'll have to be so careful with these Marines and these, going after the engineering bay.
Yeah, interesting. If he would have been able to destroy it, he would have taken out weapons level 2, but I don't think he had enough time to take that building
Driven
out.
back by a single Marine charging forward furiously.
Get him out of there.
And Gofire continuing to produce his Marine tank, now a few more medevacs and some upgrades coming down, level 2 infantry armor, also vehicle weapons, and getting the Vikings and the Thors now. A little bit of everything from our Terran here.
And Vulcan really focusing on his economy right now, not pumping out a whole lot of units and working on his upgrades as well. He has been moving around with these mutas, microing them very well just to try to get as much information as he can. They've been sniped at by these Marines, but they're still kicking in there. Gofire pushing ahead with his tanks ever more slowly, trying to take out these creep tumors. That's going to be essential as he pushes forward. And a whole lot of Zerglings engage.
Oh,
back off just in time.
That would have hurt. I feel like he could have taken that group of Marines, but being conservative with that engagement. And the 4th command center nearing completion for our Terran, looking to really stock up on bases here. But Vulcan has a Zergling in this upper left expansion there. I don't know if it's quite in position to block, though.
Vulcan Gofire just slowly amassing a wonderful group of units right now. I didn't even see. Did he kill his own?
I believe the Thor just went down to the siege tank. Such a key misstep, as that Thor is so important against the mutas. Oh, man.
Yes, and Vulcan's going to take that opportunity to do as much muta harass as he can, taking out a tank before... Oh, and here's a huge engagement. All the Banelings, all the Zerglings coming in, and here comes the Mutalists trying to take out those tanks, but the tanks are lined up in such a way that they're going to be able to take out all of these, at least mutas and Banelings and Zerglings. But so many tanks go down. That tank has one health. Tank! No! The tank has 1 health. Wow.
Oh, and the hero Thor coming in to save the day. Those speed Zerglings, though, so effective. Oh, will this hero Mutalist come
Another
in?
Mutalist coming in. He's not going to get the tank. The tank lives. Oh, man, the guy in that tank has got to be breathing a sigh of relief. He thought for sure that he was going to die. His whole life flashed before his eyes. My goodness, I can't believe it.
Even one of those bouncing attacks from that Glaive Worm of the Mutas would have been enough. The 3rd attack does 1 damage, coincidentally exactly the health of that tank.
Adrenal glands just finishing for these Zerglings. These are some strong Zerglings. You know what? I would even go so far as to say that these were Cracklings.
Ah, the old school Cracklings from the Brood War days of old. I am excited.
And yeah, this 3rd melee attack about to get finished. Trying to move in a little bit. You know what? Ah, man, that tank needs to go down.
The speed Zergling's so effective at getting this around on individual tanks when they can close the distance.
And if these tanks can go down, those Zerglings are going to be fairly effective against these Thors, especially with all the upgrades that they have. These mutas just not being able to do anything with these line of Thors protecting the tanks. But we're not seeing a lot of tanks coming out for Gofire, just a few, one at a time, coming out, mainly focusing on Thors. And that tank goes down. I missed it. I can't believe I missed it, but I'm so glad that it's gone. It deserved to die. That poor guy. he just got off the phone with his wife telling him he was okay. He had a close run in, but there he goes. Gofire moving in on the 5th. Actually, that's the 3rd now, because we totally missed when he killed off this other expansion of VulcanZ.
Being pretty aggressive here, and he's amassed a pretty scary number of Vikings and Thors. Looks
that
like
is
6
very
Vikings
scary.
and 4 Thors.
That is very anti-Mutalisk, so I wouldn't be making any more Mutalisk if I were him. One Ultra popping out. I don't know. He's got so little money and so little ability right now to produce units. I don't think he has enough.
Such a force when they can hide behind the wall of Marines and can't be surrounded by units.
Trying to move in with Banelings, but doing very little damage against those Thors. There's the GG. Very excellent game from both of these players. For the longest time, I think Vulcan had an advantage. I don't think he did enough with it. I think maybe he focused a little too much on economy when he needed a force against those wall of tanks and Thors that Gofire was producing.
Yeah, Terran with their hard counter units late in the game, it's so hard to get a leg up when you let the Terran just sit back and come out with the Thors and come out with the Vikings, which I feel was probably overkill, Thors and Vikings.
Yes.
But
most likely.
Terran getting it done.
But if we look at the Terran player with just 4 bases, if you leave a Terran with 4 bases, you've left him with an unstoppable factory machine of just being able to produce so many units all the time, constantly, and I think he was producing them constantly, but still at the end of the game with 2,000 extra minerals, more than enough than he needed to kill and take out Vulcan.
Good games from both players here.
All right, we will see you in Game 2. Be sure to watch.